Good afternoon. Closing markets for Tuesday, March the 9th. The markets opened higher last night but traded lower before the report came out at noon today. The report was out by WASDE and it had the U.S. carryouts unchanged with corn at 1.502 billion bushels, wheat at 836 million, and soybeans at 120 million, all unchanged from last month. Traders were expecting slight drops in those numbers, but after trading lower initially, they rallied back to close with old corn down 1, new corn up 3, soybeans up 6 on old and 7 cents on new, and wheat up 10 cents on old and 7 cents on new. The Brazilian crop in the report was increased on soybeans from 133 to 134 million metric tons, and the corn crop was left unchanged at 109 million metric tons. Argentina's soybean crop was lowered 0.5 million metric tons to 47.5, and the corn crop was left unchanged at 47.5 million metric tons. World stocks had some changes. Corn at 287.87 million metric tons, up 1.2 million metric tons from last month, but down from last year at 303.1. The world soybean stocks ended at 83.7, compared to 83.4 last month and 96.0 last year. World wheat stocks were at 301.2 million metric tons. That's down 3 million metric tons from last month and just slightly above last year at 300.3 million metric tons. Now with the March WASDE report behind us, traders will be looking for what's going to drive it, and that's going to be weather in South America and demand in the U.S., along with the upcoming March 31 planning intentions and stocks report. In news today, the U.S. attaché in China thinks that pork production this year will increase 14% in China, but still not be back to the pre-ASF levels. China is currently 44% of the U.S. pork exports and 13.5% of the beef exports. Reuters reported 3 ships of ethanol being en route to China. That hopefully will increase demand for ethanol and strengthen the corn market a little bit there. Inflation concerns continue to be part of the conversation in the U.S. economy. CONAB, the Brazilian USDA, will release their production numbers on Thursday for corn and soybeans in Brazil. Weather continues to be a concern in Argentina crop production and in wet weather in the harvest conditions in Brazil. The dollar today was a little weaker, down 344 points. Gold had a big day, up $36.90, and silver was up 795 points. Crude oil had a second down day, trading down $1.32 at 63.74. Stocks were higher today, with Dow futures up 31, NASDAQ up 482, and the S&P up 51. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good evening.